Hey guys, welcome back to Parallel Worlds, and today is a big day for both families because they got the opportunity to leave behind the troubles of the past and start a new life in a brand new spacious house without noisy neighbors and constant salsa music in the background. So last time the Red family got a genie lamp which helped them collect enough money to buy a bigger house, and also they've almost lost Molly, so I'm sure they want to forget about that as well. But first, I just want to change Rose's hairstyle for storytelling purposes, so this is our new Rose now. Beautiful, isn't she? But let's talk about Anita. I guess she ate a bit too much chocolate recently. Anyway, she met Orlando at her workplace, and ever since then she can't stop thinking about him. She's already in a relationship with Stuart, but her wants are kind of straightforward. She found the one in Orlando. Carl is just being Carl, like, I want a car, but a good one if possible. And you know what, why not buy the most expensive one actually? And then we have Molly, who is still a huge fan of Ash, and I don't know if she will stop until she makes him the boyfriend of any of the girls. And finally there's little Charlotte, who had enough of parties in the old apartment for a lifetime. She's really outgoing actually, so just imagine how fed up she must be. Okay, I know they should be at school right now, but everyone needs some time to settle down, and I'm sure Anita can't wait to see Orlando again. While we are waiting for him to arrive, let's help Rose draw the scene called
Average fast food employee wondering which book she would have had to read to get a well-paying job.
Anyway, Orlando arrived and the date is going great. I know it's a bit weird having them making out in front of the entire family, but I never had the patience to chase them around the house somewhere private. After they had a fantastic time together again, Anita became completely sure that he is the love of her life, so it's time to call Stuart over and tell him the bitter truth. I wish they could break up through the phone. This is going to be so awkward. You know what, let's greet him with a high five so he kind of gets the vibe of what's about to come. Yeah, I'm sorry Stuart, the matchmaker was wrong. I found my soulmate in someone else. So this also means she just flushed down 5,000 simoleons on the toilet. Great job, Anita. Great job. The Yellow family was not so lucky financially, but to keep the word somewhat consistent, I installed a loan jar mod, so they were able to get enough money from there to afford a bigger home for their growing family. Yellow Carl is just as enthusiastic about cars as the red one, and he works as a president, making almost twice as much as his parallel self, so I believe he can have one. Also, who am I to stop him spending money irresponsibly? Molly had enough of children for a lifetime, and who can blame her after raising twins? And currently she relies more and more on the maid's help. Anita wants to work on her body and logic skills. Understandable, being charismatic is a good start, but you also have to be smart and smoking hot to win the elections. However, her private school performance suffered from the recent family troubles, but maybe in this new place they can leave it all behind and reunite as a family. But I'm gonna keep the breakup feel locked for Charlotte and Rose, just in case. Okay, I know I let the Red family enjoy their day, but Carl needs a promotion and Anita to improve her grades back up. Therefore, Molly has a boring afternoon, so she grabs the opportunity to meet the arriving unattractive neighbors. Poor Anita is missing the start of the family dinner while potty training Charlotte. I love these big family dinners in this game so much. Sitting together, talking nonsense. Wait, who's calling? Oh, it's a woman that Carl used to date a long time ago, and she's actually looking for him. Charlotte is growing up, so I guess we can call this night a birthday party, even though no one really cared about throwing one for her. And this woman called to invite Carl downtown, but he's not really in the mood tonight, and also they have a guest, so he passed. Even though she's strongly focusing on her career, Molly is trying to spend a lot more time with her girls since she recovered. I'm sure this near-death experience was really scary for her and made her appreciate things a lot more in her life. As expected, Yellow Carl learned his promotion, and now he's only one step away from completing his lifetime want, but he's gonna need a whole bunch of skills before that happens. Tessa Ramirez is inviting Molly on an outing, and I think it's a good idea for her to spend some time away from the family and all these random people who claim the living room. So Molly spends the night dining with the Ramirez couple while the twins are having a terrible and forgotten birthday at home. You know, it's a miracle that the social worker didn't come for them so far. Anita is trying to save the day, but this is just too much chaos. Just as I said, Red Molly is doing her best to appreciate her family. She's up early making pancakes so they can have breakfast together before everyone leaves to school and work. Such a wholesome family. Alright, bye-bye everyone. Later, when the girls got home, Molly decided to invite Ash over and use her influence on him to get him closer to Anita. You know, just mom things. But it doesn't really help because Anita considers throwing up every single time she sees him, and her fear also confirms that she has absolutely no intention of breaking up with Orlando. Everyone is leaving to school and work in the Yellow family, while the Ramirez family is still over and the house is a complete mess after a single day, so they really need a maid here as well. Anita arrives home with a girl she met at school, and look how pretty she is. Anita already has a crush on Erika Wade, but she's not in her school and it's been a long time since she last thought about her, so I'm assuming she's still looking for the right partner. Yet every time she meets a beautiful sim, she's like, meh. But Marissa wants to go on a date even if Anita has no specific want, so let's pretend she asked our Anita first and she was not against the idea. Okay, for once, I'm gonna make them properly coming up to Anita's room and wait! Did she just stole her first kiss without Anita asking for it? Well, there goes her innocence, taken away by some light-blooded romance sim. Thanks, ACR. She's gonna break Anita's heart, I know it. By Wednesday morning, the Red family had to call an exterminator because Stuart couldn't get over their breakup with Anita and hey! Carl, can you still stop getting into that carpool and beat him up? This is madness! Okay, you got away with it one last time, but you won't be so lucky in the future. Now that everyone is gone and Molly has the day off, she can really enjoy the day in the kitchen. In the meantime, Yellow Molly thought that Wednesday morning is the appropriate time to give the woohoo talk to Rose. And she's like, yeah mom, we've talked about that in school, where's the school bus already? Redcar has been demoted due to a poor hiring decision, and what is even worse is that he got his colleague Danielle home, who is already having an affair with Yellow Carl in the parallel world, and I'm afraid she's about to have one with this car too. Oh no, why do they have 3 boat attraction? I don't want to ruin another family. You know, maybe we can distract Carl with a new car. I mean, you usually buy one after getting promoted, not demoted. But they have some spare money and I don't want to see him crying all day. Well, perfect, now he wants to flirt with Danielle. And specifically invite her on a date. And a better car. Considering his age, this is pure midlife crisis. Oh no, everyone including Molly is coming out to see the new car, but she won't figure this out, right? They are simply talking. But why? They were only gossiping. Anyway, today at school, Yellow Anita met another girl called Veronica, and if you ignore the fact that she has a terrible taste in makeup, she's quite pretty as well. They spent the afternoon befriending each other, and when that happened, Anita finally rolled the one to try flirting with her. And also with a maxed out charisma skill, she finally has the courage to ask someone she likes on a date all by herself. I'm so proud of her. Carl is having a dinner downtown with Daniel, while at home no one is really missing him. Anita once again puts all her effort into skill building because the university deadline is approaching and she really wants to go. However, I haven't seen such one for her boyfriend, so maybe she will go alone. In the meantime, Yellow Anita's date with Veronica was going pretty well until the phone rang and it turned out that Marissa was inviting her on another date. I think she would have said yes if she was alone, but she's in the middle of a date that she started, so there's no way she's leaving Veronica now. Molly and Carl discreetly locked themselves up in the bathroom to fight with each other. At least they are not making a scene in front of Anita's new crush, who, by the way, rolled the one to go to university, so it looks like that in the next episode, Yellow Anita won't be facing this adventure alone. So I guess I better end this episode before Carl and Molly kill each other in the bathroom. See you next time with Anita's final teenage years and moving to college. It's gonna be so exciting. Bye guys!